All right, I'm back.
What we do here is go back.
It's fine, delete me, I understand. What's happening? Ricky here with another video. It's been a minute. This one's gonna be a bit of a story time. I'm going to address in this video a bit about my Crohn's journey, how I got from where I was in my previous diagnosis to where I am now. If you haven't seen that video, I will make reference to it down below, so check that one out. So yeah, grab tea, grab water, grab your snacks, grab all the things, because it's gonna get real. So I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease in 2012, and I remember they said to me, there's no cure for Crohn's disease, you're gonna have this for life, and the only thing we can recommend is medication that will suppress your immune system, which should, in theory, reduce the inflammation, so you shouldn't really have as many flare-ups and pain, is basically what I was told. So it's crazy going from like thinking you're a moderately healthy individual but with something going on to being told you've got this and you're gonna have this for life. Like, how do you even begin to process something like that? It's wow. Like, I remember I went with my mom and I was really upset, but it's like, I don't know, I just had this thing of I never like to show if I was upset around people. So it's like, it was a lot to sink in. I think they gave me prescriptions for medication and everything, and yeah, and then I went home and I just cried and cried and cried, and I was just like, wow, like, no. Like, I'm gonna keep it real. I was like, no. I was in denial. I couldn't accept that. Like, every fiber in my body was like, no, this is not real. This does not exist. Like, I cannot just accept this. Like, no, I couldn't comprehend it. I couldn't process it. I couldn't accept it. And that went on for a while. Like, and I didn't really mention it to many people initially because I couldn't even accept it, and saying it, I feel like made it more real. And I was kind of just in a place of denial and I didn't want it to be real. So yeah, then I remember I told my best friend at the time, and it was so hard for me to like muster up that courage to just be like, okay, well, this is going on with me right now. And I remember he was like ill, and I was like, ouch. Like, what? What do you even mean? Like, what? Let's just say we're not friends anymore. But that's crazy to me. Like, that really broke me, I'm not gonna lie. It really did. And honestly, since then, I was in this thing where I was too scared to tell anybody what was going on because I didn't want them to think I was weird. I didn't want them to think I was different. To be fair, a lot of people don't really know much about it and don't understand it, so they may just assume certain things. But either way, when somebody's coming to you in confidence about something that is troubling them or something that is difficult for them, it's nice to just be a bit respectful, you know? But that is what it is. Anyway, so that happened, and then yeah, so I started taking medication, and it really, so they're immunosuppressants, so it really dampens your immune system so that you don't have the inflammatory response that causes the flare-ups and everything. But the side effect of that is a dampened immune system. So literally, like, any cold, any flu that was going around, I got it every single time. I would recover, then maybe like a couple weeks later there might be something else going around, ill again, and literally was just going round and round, and I was like, this can't be my life. Like, it just can't. It actually just can't. And after a while I started to see a reduction in my symptoms, but I was also very ill, like, and it was really hard. Like, it was kind of either one way or the other. Is either like a lot of pain and inflammation or like really ill. There wasn't like a middle ground at the time. I didn't know of any other alternatives at this time. I didn't know anything about health and wellness at this time. So I kind of just like went along with what the doctors were telling me. And I expressed all of these things to them. They're like, well, it's just a side effect of the medication. And it was, to me, that's a very dismissive response, because I know now that there are things you can do to boost your immune system and so on and so forth. But yeah, it was just a bit hard to be like, so this is just gonna be my life now? They're like, pretty much, yeah. And I'm like, I'm gonna get back to you on that one. But no, honestly, like that was difficult. And I just remember at the time just being so confused and disoriented and not okay with everything. And I just had this like strong feeling in me, and it was just saying to me like, this can't be it. This can't be what it is. There has to be another way. And I didn't know what the other way was. I didn't know if there was another way. I just remember thinking, there has to be another way, because I cannot live the rest of my life like this. I refused to believe that that was just gonna be how my life was gonna be. I mean, if that was what's written for me, if that was my portion for my time on this earth, then so be it. But I just had this feeling like, this is not it. This ain't it. This ain't it. And there has to be something else. I didn't know what the other thing was, but I was like, I will find it. Watch this space, okay? Watch it. Anyway, so yeah, that was pretty much my life. Crazy thing is, I didn't get told about having trigger foods or things that triggered it. They just said, just take this medication and be on your merry way and keep coming back and refill that prescription. And I was just kind of like, okay. So yeah, things actually calmed down a lot. Inflammation went down, immunity also went down. So that was hard. And it got to a point where I was like, I was so ill that I couldn't stand for more than 5 seconds without nearly passing out. I was literally like bedridden, and I was just so unwell, and it just didn't seem like I was getting better. Another point where like I got like a flu virus or whatever, and I was so unwell. No word of a lie. I was genuinely like, am I gonna get better from this? Am I gonna recover? Like literally any cough I did took out all my energy. My mom was genuinely like worried for me. I was worried for myself. I was just there like, is this how I go out? I pray not, but it genuinely felt like it might have been. And at that point I was like, this medication thing, it's not for me. It's not for me. I am not anti-medication. I don't judge anybody who takes medication, but I got to a point with myself, I tried it and I got so severely ill, and I'd spoken to the doctors about it and they were just kind of like, it is what it is. And yeah, it just got to a point where it was basically take medication and be ill, or don't take medication and kind of figure out another way. And I was kind of like, it's a step into the unknown, but I can't be this ill all the time. I'm sorry, but I refuse to believe that was my portion. So yeah, I stopped taking medication, and I got a lot of pushback from my mum and my family, which I understand, but I just knew in my heart that it was the right decision for me to make at that time. So I did that, and then I went to university in 2014, and that's a whole nother story. But I was doing a degree that I didn't really want to do, and I was in a city that I didn't really want to be in. That is what it is. It kind of just, family pressure, but that's what I'm gonna say for now. And my degree was intense. I was doing economics and finance. Hard, oh my goodness. Stress, advanced maths, statistics, stress, all my days. And with me, I'm gonna be honest, I'm a bit of a perfectionist, so if I don't get something, I will be stressed until I get it. The good thing about that is it means that I will keep working until I find an answer, until I find a solution. I'm gonna keep going. But the bad thing about that is, in the meantime, I get hella stressed. So I'm working on balance with that, but it just kind of is what it is. But yeah, so I was like really, really stressed. I wasn't happy. I was a little bit lonely. Like obviously I had friends, but like I wasn't like, I don't know, I just felt a bit out of place, you know? And yeah, I just wasn't living my best life, like at all. And then I started to get like, I wasn't sleeping because I was stressed, and I was studying all the time, so I was getting like terrible migraines. The type of migraine where you go to sleep and you wake up and you still have a migraine. I literally went to the doctors, they prescribed me migraine tablets, didn't work. All the water didn't work, de-stressing didn't work, sleep didn't work, nothing was getting rid of these migraines. And yes, I was tired all the time, and I had these migraines, and then I couldn't sleep because of the migraine. Even when I did, I still had the migraine. So I was just there like, what a conundrum that we're in. So there was that. And then I was just getting like progressively more and more stressed because I couldn't focus in my lectures and doing my work because my head was pounding and the light was making it worse. And because I couldn't focus, there were certain things I wasn't getting. So then I was stressed because I wasn't getting things and it was making the migraine worse. So as you can see, it was spiraling. So yeah, I went back to the doctors. She was like, well, you can try this. And she gave me like another prescription. Didn't work either. And then I started to get really, really bad inflammation, and I started to get like a lot more allergy symptoms to the point where I had to go to hospital because I had a really bad allergic reaction. And then this was not going well for me. That was the moment she realized. Anyway, so yes, I had to go to the hospital, did that. That was not fun. Then I started to get really, really bad inflammation. So my stomach was just in pain, migraines were happening, I was tired, I was exhausted, and I was just like, I'm not usually the type to, one thing that I have learned on this journey is when to make your case / ask for help. I'm the type of person, I don't really ask anyone for much help. I like to be independent and self-sufficient, but I've been learning throughout this journey, sometimes you do need a bit of help or you just need somebody to understand. So I had to reach out to like, I can't remember, like the course advisor and just let her know what was going on, just in case, because I was getting to the point I was like, I am not passing these exams. The crazy thing is I've always been very academic. So for me to actually feel that way, I was like, I just want to cry right now. Anyway, so yeah, that happened. She was very understanding. She was like, oh, do you need any extra support? And I was like, to be honest, I just need to figure out my life. I just need to stop being in pain. I need to get some sleep. These migraines need to go. So that happened. And then, yeah, I didn't fail the exams. I actually did pretty well, but it was just a journey. And before the exams, I started to get like these red, like patches, and they were like really itchy. It was kind of like eczema, but it wasn't. They were like red skin lesions, and they were really hot to the touch, and it was like really, really itchy, and they're coming like all over my body. It's like, what is this? Somebody tell me, because I don't know. And the thing is, I used to suffer from eczema, so I know what eczema looks like for me, and that was not it. So I had to go to the doctor again. I had to get like a prescription for like a steroid cream for it to go down. And she was like, honestly, I think it's just stress related. And I was like, but I'm stressed and I can't stop being stressed. And I'm stressed because I'm stressed. Because I know I should be stressing because I know stress makes my condition worse, and spirals, spirals. So that was not fun. Anyway, so exams passed, stress levels decreased. And then I remember I was in the kitchen one day, I did a shop, and I was like, you know what? I need to start eating more healthy. At this time, my diet was okay. No, that's a lie. Lie. When I was in, the thing is, I could always cook, but when I was in uni, because I was so stressed and the migraines and everything, I just started to get lazy. And when they're handing out these Domino's peaches, Domino's peaches, them ones, Domino's pizza vouchers, £1 pizza, okay. Just give me all the, give them all to me, you know? That became a regular thing. Not my finest moment, but like literally it was a lot of like very quick ready meals or pizza. Uni and pizza, they try to mess you up, man. It's a conspiracy. It's not really, but yeah, so I was not eating so well. So I was like, you know what? I need to be more healthy. And I don't know, I was literally just in the kitchen and I was making myself like a salad. And then I never ate salads. Salads were not for me. I made a really banging dressing as well. And like, I was excited to have this salad. And then I just had a thought and I was like, you know what? I've noticed whenever I eat bread and I have like wheat-based things, like pizzas, my symptoms end up worse. So I was like, okay, maybe it's a trigger food for me. So I stopped eating those things. Symptoms, not so bad. And I was like, sometimes when I have dairy, it gets worse as well. And sometimes when I have this, and it got to a point where I started to figure out that I had trigger foods. Like no one had even mentioned to me anything about trigger foods at this point. So I was kind of just like figuring it out, trial and error, remove these things started to get better. And I was like, ah, okay. And then from that point on, I was a lot better. And then from 2016, I was literally in remission. And I was like, We did it.